had to have been afraid that first time you experienced a firefight or knew that you were going into danger. How do you overcome that fear? And I wonder if you can relate it to other fears that people might have, that are holding them back.
So I think you would have to define the fear, and I'll help you there. But there's layers of the fear. My greatest fear, though, was never ever myself. It's always, am I going to let my commander down, my boss down, or my Marines? And so that was always my thought, even as a junior enlisted Marine. Is, I had a squad leader that assigned me that certain area that I had to be, and I didn't have the central command commander's guidance and intent. I didn't know what the regimental commander, even the Marine Expeditionary Unit, that colonel, I didn't know exactly what their intent was. I just knew that my non-commissioned officer needed me there because that was where trucks were going to come in and out of, and I was going to pull security to make sure that went well. Ultimately, that's because the President of the United States said we were going to get things out of there. And so I played a small part in that, and I didn't want to let my teammates down. Now, as I heard gunfire and everything, I was like, my goodness, I really don't want that to come this way. But I also had maybe an arrogance, but an extreme confidence that the training we had gone through was really, really good. And so I felt like if I needed to, I know how to get on the radio and call for fire. I know how to call in a medevac on a helicopter. I know how to engage the enemy, even as a young 18-year-old. So we had trained really, really hard at night when it was cold in different places. And so the fear in a layered approach was, again, I can't let my folks down. I can't let my boss down. Yeah, this is scary. Let's not, you're hearing different noises. You're hearing, for the first time ever, prayers going off at different hours of the day. And as a young kid growing up in the United States, I wasn't used to that, familiar with that. Different smells, tires being burnt here, all sorts of things, wild animals running around, dogs and cats, if you will. And so you're never off. But the fear, I think, is different for each person. And it wasn't overwhelming to me that I couldn't do my job, because I think, again, going into that, the mindset of the training we did was really, really challenging. We had to get certified to do that, to do those missions. And it allowed us to do different jobs. And what was interesting is I wasn't even a member of the infantry unit, and probably in normal times wouldn't have been doing that job. But because the infantry was doing other things, part of my squadron was asked to support that mission set.